We haven't talked to you since Vegas.
Oh, yeah, fall camp's been the same. There's a lot more intensity, especially with the young guys, trying to get everybody right. The D-line especially, with our younger guys, they're progressively getting better and better. And since the beginning of this week, you've seen much improvement in Chase and Emmanuel. Those guys are really attacking it, and just seeing all these young guys attacking it, and the leadership growing between me, Leighton on the defensive side. And it's been going good.
Steve said that he was hoping the second unit defensive line maybe would kind of step up once the game got closer. Are you kind of feeling that? You kind of mentioned it with Chase and Emmanuel.
Yeah, they're definitely getting better slowly and slowly. We wanted them to progress faster during fall camp, but sooner is better. So Manny's definitely getting it, and Chase is definitely just a more effort side of it. He's like running to the ball more often and just playing with great technique. So those guys especially, and Daniel's doing an especially great job as well. He's definitely leading them as well when the twos come in, so he's done a great job.
What do you think is going to be the greatest challenge for your group in the first game?
Honestly, just probably stop overthinking things and just do the little things right. Let our technique do the work, and like I said, I think Coach Caldwell mentioned that we just overthink too many things, and then we go out of our scheme to try and make plays. If we do what we do, then the plays will come to us.
What's it like for you this season, kind of being a guy that people are looking up to, and a guy that obviously put the work out last season to show that he was worthy of getting noticed? But how's this fall camp different for you?
I'm pretty sure I attacked this fall camp the same way I did last year. I had to. I don't want to get too ahead of myself or too big-headed. I came with it the same approach, attacked every day, attacked every practice, right next to my brothers, and same as always.
What's the biggest difference for you going from the nose tackle to the defensive tackle?
Just gives me a lot more options to use my speed and pass rush and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it just makes our defense better. It just makes everything work perfectly, especially with having a bigger nose with Louis in the middle, stocky guy who can hold it down, and me and Durant at the end, so we can force everything back to him.
Are you glad with the way things have gone for you this fall?
Oh, yeah.
That position?
Yeah, most definitely. I love how everything's going. I played defensive tackle the first 2 years I got here, so there wasn't really much getting back to it. Just need to play with better pad leverage and technique.
You mentioned Louis playing where you were last year. There was some tinkering around with the defense. I mean, even DeAndre going to safety and stuff like that. So, I mean, have you guys seen the benefit? I haven't played a game yet, but have you seen the benefits of all that little tinkering in practice so far?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Coach Avalos and the staff do a great job putting the players where we need to be at. Me going out and having Louis, I think Louis is doing a better job than I ever could. Just him being, like I said, being a bigger body, taking on 2 or 3 offensive linemen, opening it up for me and Sam Whitney outside of me, Durant. And having Pierce back there, he could fly. I mean, there was one scrimmage where he was just, like, always at the ball. I'm pretty sure he caused a turnover that game. So I'm just excited for that backfield, especially with T. Horn leading them.
If you play, I think you said that it might more naturally fit you in who you are, or the type of player you are. So does that energize you more in a way, or anything to play this spot?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Defensive tackle, like I said, when I got here, that's the first position I played. So I was getting used to it those 2 years. And then after last year, I had to step up at nose. So coming back to defensive tackle, I could, like I said, use my speed a lot more. Pass rush is a lot more fun. I mean, I'm going to leave Louis to the 3-on-1s. I'm over here getting my 1-on-1s with the offensive tackle, offensive guard. So it's a lot more exciting.
Down at Mountain West Media Days, you talked about the difference between like being a dimmer switch and being a switch that you kind of flip and it's just on immediately. And as you've gone through the course of fall camp, have you seen enough of the types of switches in which what you want to see?
Coach Hartson was the one that really brought it up to us about everybody having that switch instead of being a dimmer light, like somewhat like debating whether to turn it on. I think everybody has that switch on the defense right now. We're all buying into what's happening. We're all in with what Coach Avalos is teaching. The D-line is getting better with Coach Caldwell. It's just all the schemes are coming together, especially with Troy coming up. It all has to come together for those guys because they're a really good team.
With all the youth on the defensive side of the ball, the drive to create more turnovers, Andy mentioned wanting to create more pressure. Does the defense just feel different this fall camp? And obviously that has to be something that seems exciting, but I mean, does it feel a little bit different out there?
I think every defense has their own characteristics and then their own embodiment. And I think with these young guys, they're just, like you said, they're young. They're flying to the ball. Even if they're making a mistake, they're going 110%. And just everybody's effort is helping out the person to your left, to your right. Because if someone messes up to your left and you're going full speed, it's definitely helping them out.
No preseason games in college, so what's the first game like? What makes it different than other games?
I think we approach it the same way, but it's just those jitters you have right now, being nervous and all. But I think if we attack it, to attack practice the way we've been doing, the game's going to come easy. I mean, playing against them won't be easy, but the way the flow works will be a lot more easier.
It's not something that can be quantified, but when a lot of you guys have talked about a bond or a camaraderie on this team that's been kind of special, and Cedric said that it was something that some of the guys mentioned to Harsin at the end of last season that needs to be improved. Was that something conscious for you guys, and why is that something that you guys really felt like you had to want to improve and be so important this year?
I think that's what every team's trying for. Of course, we want to get better, and that 10-3, people see it, they're like, oh, you guys might have a good year, but that's not us. We're shooting to be the best on top of the mountain. We want to win a bowl game. We want to see a ring at the end of the season. So nothing's ever good enough. We're always going to pursue to get better and better, and we're never going to assume that anything's handed to us. So we're just not going to sit back. We're always going to attack everything.
Why is that camaraderie, that team bonding aspect, why is that so important this fall for you guys?
I think losing a bunch of guys like Sam McCaskill, Elliot Hoyt, we kind of had to start everything all over again, especially losing all that leadership. So some people had to step up, and the best way to do that was to bring everybody together. And having great coaches like Coach Vidal teaching us what family really is, because from an NFL perspective, we're getting all these views on what's going on, and if we put that together, we've been doing a great job.